I have dogs and stacks of wood. I've been doing a lot of cutting the last few days because it's a lot easier to get everything all cut together before you put things together. But here, down there, I'm putting things together, and I'm putting together two things. The roof for my chicken coop, and I'm building some cool planter boxes. But you really can't see what they look like yet. The treated wood is planter boxes. I know that some people are like, treated wood might leach into my plants, my vegetables, and everything like that. But most of the surface that's touching the dirt will be touched by the metal, the galvanized metal there. And B, treated wood now follows the rules in California, and so anything that leaches into the dirt is still safe. This is the supporting beam for my roof. Other than building the beam here and cutting a few random pieces of wood at the right angle here. See, the beam will go like this. I'm going to be cutting it piece by piece because the chicken run is a little bit older and it might not fit exact measurements if I were to do everything the same, and then I would be very frustrated. So the center needs to be straight and square and plumb, and the rest of it I can carefully put together. So let's go see my chickens. They want to get out. I've also put a couple posts here. And there's actually concrete under that one. This one there will be concrete there too. And this will become a post, and this will become a post. So I'm excited about that. I'll keep the gate between the two posts until I have something a little prettier, but I have to build a gate for that. And have everything I need to build a gate. The gate will look like this door here. A little bit. Not exactly like that door. Let's see if I've got eggs. I checked this morning for eggs. I took 6 eggs out this morning. It was a couple, but nope. No eggs. But that's because I did already take them out. And I had, my bad, I left them for a couple days. But that's the interesting thing about fresh, natural eggs that haven't been pasteurized or run through a special washer is that they stay good for a long time. But they're in the house. And I found out this week that this one, who I've named Tim Riff Sunday, right here, she's right there. She's the one laying tiny little brown eggs. Hello, Prissy. This is Gladys the Gray, Tim Riff Sunday. The tiny velociraptor. We've named, yes, I talked with someone today. Gertrude the White back there. Wow. And let's see, where is, the other one. I don't know if I'm going to call her Betty or Tuesday. Should I call her Tuesday or Betty? And I don't even know why I started calling her Tuesday. But the fur on her breast, on her front, is getting darker and darker, that lone one. But that white and dark brown one are not laying eggs yet. They're still too young. You can see by their wattles. So I've been doing the cleaning up. The reason why I'm building the planter boxes is because I've been cleaning up here in the backyard. And I've spent a lot of time moving logs from here to, look, I have a proper log stack right back there. But I have lots of scrap wood, and I have lots of organic matter that doesn't really go into the dirt. But you can put that into brand new planter boxes at the bottom. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to throw it away. And I'm always was going to do the planter boxes, and I had the materials to do at least one. So now's the time to start my planter boxes. And here's one wall of one right here. And I've got it measured out, kind of. It's funny, I'm using these sticks, but this is the wall of one. And I'll be here and here, with a gap where I'll put a little bit of fence, and then another one here. I'm very excited. Vladimir has no idea exactly my layout is going to be pretty. But this is our sweet peach plant. And let me tell you about this peach plant. It has an interesting history, and I think it's instructive. We got this peach plant intending to plant it with a bunch of berries at the tree. And we got it as just a little tiny thing in a little planter container. Vladimir saying, this is what it looked like in a planter container. And we had to acclimate it. So I was acclimating, and then I was worried about the winter since it was so cold. So I brought it in, and I wasn't getting it planted. So I brought it in for the winter. And there, that peach stayed for 2 years, growing teeny tiny leaves, like one little leaf and another leaf, or 3 leaves, for 2 or 3 years, just bound in this root in 2 or 3 years. And finally, and we were keeping it alive, though. So we're decluttering, and Vladimir almost threw it away. And I'm like, if we're gonna throw it away, just let's give it a chance. At least give it a chance. And so I stuck it in the ground there. And I had just gotten the chickens, so I put chicken wire on it. I also protected it from the chickens. That I can take it off now. Leave it, sweetie, leave it. The dogs like to eat the fruit too. That one does, it's funny. And look at it now, though. Look at it. I actually had to take peaches off of it, and I probably should take a few more peaches off of it. But as you can see, we already have a watering system set up. And this watering system is also going to be able to be used for the planter boxes. And I don't know exactly everything I'm going to put in them. Herbs, berries, things that'll be fun to access from there. So it still looks like a mess, but it is a much more organized mess now than it used to be. And I have been clearing out weed trees, which involves cutting them down, and then sadly, if I really want them gone, I have to poison the stumps, or else they just start shooting new things up and I can't take them out. So I do that. They come from this. And I think I talked about that last time, but that's gonna give us so much shade, because this is gonna be just a beautiful little haven in the backyard. Now I know I'm doing something bad here, but as I was cleaning out that wood pile, we had an IKEA bed, and these are the slots to an IKEA bed. And it's so interesting how differently they're weathered. So I'm going to put them together into a table, clean them up, sand them down a little bit, put some coating on them, clear coating, arrange them. They'll be a table. You know, it takes me a while to do these things. I just go slowly every day. I take advantage of the cooler weather in the morning. Sometimes I take advantage of the cooler weather at night. You'll find me working a couple of hours after the shade has come up here, and sometimes even in the dark, which means that I'm not doing a lot in the house as much as, you know, maybe would be better to do in the house. But I've learned one thing. If I spend like 3 minutes in the house, well, when in the morning, picking up things and just like putting things away and throwing away garbage, the big massive mess that I had last year at this time doesn't happen. Now, it's cluttered and it doesn't look good, but that massive mess, it's just not happening. So there's a lot of bare counter. It's nice. Have I showed you my shed last week? I did. I did, with the funny hat in it. It still needs to be cleaned up. The chickens love it here. There's one other thing. Last week, I talked about wanting to just walk around my garden and see how things were. And I'm like, since I said that, I need to just put it into action. And I have been doing exactly that. I come out here, I walk along here, I pick up the yard from things the dogs leave, garbage that flies into the yard. We've had a lot of wind lately. And take a look at everything. And I'm starting to weed this lawn too, day by day. 1 or 2 little weeds every day. That is going to make a difference here. And that's really what it's all about. Do 1 or 2 things, small things, step by step. And even if it feels like, and you know this, some of you know this, even if it feels like not much is happening, suddenly you turn around and there's no more weeds in your lawn. Let's see, one more thing I wanted to say. Don't worry about the strike flies. Someone was worried about that. And since I take a bath every day, and they're not going to get me, and they're not going to get our dogs. Our chickens just had kind of a situation there. And in fact, I've been inspecting the chickens every day now. And since I let them out into their natural habitat where they get to do dust baths, they're clean too. That's not going to happen again. So it's keeping them cooped up in a chicken coop. That was part of the problem. Everyone's safe. Everyone's good here. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful week. If you want to see what's going to continue happening in this yard, like and subscribe. It's exciting. I'm excited. A lot of work is getting done, and more work will continue to get done.